Two faces of Pakistan, and we're going to bring both to you together. Take a look at the two faces on your screen right now. On the left is the successor of Zakir Musa and chief of the Al-Qaeda in Kashmir, who was bumped off by Indian security forces in an anti-terror encounter yesterday. On the right-hand side of your screen is a popular pop star in Pakistan. She thinks what she has done is funny. She's wearing a suicide vest and she's tweeted Modi Hitler on Twitter in an attempt to grab eyeballs, to go viral and to get some kind of crumbs of attention. Little does she know that she has inadvertently displayed and exposed Pakistan's jihadi mindset, its culture of terror, and the mainstreaming of murderous jihadi terror that the country is best known globally for. Two faces that represent today's Pakistan, and we're putting the spotlight on both of these in today's edition of 5 Live. In a big win for the security forces, let's tell you face number one. Wanted terrorist Abdul Hamid Lelhari was killed in Avantipora in Jammu and Kashmir. But this, like I said, is no ordinary terrorist. Lelhari was acting as a self-styled chief of the Ansar Ghazwat-ul-Hind, an Al-Qaeda affiliated group in Kashmir. The terrorists succeeded the famous Zakir Musa as the head of the terror group a few months ago. He was gunned down along with two of his associates yesterday. Our forces have now wiped out the entire Zakir Musa gang that's been trying to create unrest in the valley for the last many years, and especially since the killing of terrorist Burhan Wani. These terrorists have been gunned down in the last many years. The biggest win was Zakir Musa's elimination in Tral exactly 5 months ago on the 23rd of May 2019. In all, 10 terrorists, part of the Ansar Ghazwat-ul-Hind, have been neutralized. The group was affiliated to the Al-Qaeda and was behind multiple attacks on security forces in Kashmir. They were also behind the September 2018 Jalandhar blast. The group also radicalized several youth in the valley, and with all terrorists being eliminated, it comes as a shot in the arm for our forces.
कल का ऑपरेशन जो तराल में हुआ, राजपुरा गांव में, तराल में जिसमें 3 मिलिटेंट मारे गए। शुरू में इतला थी कि एक लोकल तो पहचान लिया था, दूसरे 2 पाकिस्तानी या फॉरेन टेररिस्ट होने की इतला थी, मगर देर रात को बाकी 2 की भी पहचान हो गई। ये 3 के 3 लोकल मिलिटेंट हैं और 3 के 3 ही अंसार गजवतुल हिंद के साथ वाबस्ता हैं। आपको याद होगा जब जाकिर मूसा मारा गया था, उसके बाद इस ग्रुप की कमांड जो है वो हमीद ललिहारी को दी गई थी। हमीद ललिहारी तब से लेकर के इस ग्रुप को चला रहा था और काफ़ी लोगों को उसने मोटिवेट किया, जबकि उस वक्त ये ग्रुप ख़त्म ही हो गया था। उसके बाद इसने मोटिवेट करके 2 और लोग हैं जिनको मिलिटेंट्स की सफ़ों में शामिल किया, ख़ासतौर पे अपने ग्रुप के अंदर शामिल किया, जिसमें नवीद और जुनेद शामिल हैं।
Security forces in late last night encounter killed 3 Ansar Ghazwat-ul-Hind militants, including the chief of the organization Hamid Lelhari, in Rajpura village of Avantipora area in Pulwama district of South Kashmir. This encounter started on a specific input when security forces got information about the presence of 3 militants in Rajpura village in a minority community house. The area was cordoned off. There was exchange of fire in which these 3 militants got killed, and after identification it was confirmed that the killed militant is Hamid Lelhari, who was most wanted Ansar Ghazwat-ul-Hind militant in the Kashmir after the killing.
So that is one face, and now let's take you to the second face. One face is the actual terrorist, and now we're going to show you the other face, which arguably has a lot more reach and a lot more influence in Pakistan. Here it is. The person you're looking at right now is a famous pop star from Pakistan. Her name is Rabi Pirzada. As India wipes out Pakistani terror in the Kashmir Valley, Pakistani propaganda has hit a new low via a famous pop star. This is pop singer Rabi Pirzada. You recognize her because you've seen her in earlier viral videos. But has she really just crossed a line? She put up this picture earlier today of herself wearing a suicide vest and appearing to threaten Prime Minister Modi over Kashmir. She posted this photograph on Twitter and she's now deleted that. She, in this picture, compares Prime Minister Modi to Hitler and warns in a jocular manner of a suicide attack, assuming this is something to joke about at all. The Pakistani pop singer in September also posted a video with snakes and threatened Prime Minister Modi. It got her into a bit of trouble in Pakistan, but that was only for global consumption because nothing really happened to her. These images are proof, perhaps, of how Pakistan, through its culture, through its artists, through its singers, endorses and spreads and normalizes the ecosystem of fidains, of jihad, of suicide attacks and violence against fellow human beings. There has been not one single shred of condemnation from Pakistan for Rabi Pirzada's shameful and shocking expression of jihadi terror, which is obviously an acceptable culture in Pakistan. Rabi Pirzada's tweet has gone viral. She's deleted it now for whatever her reasons are. It has sparked outrage on social media with several users reprimanding the Lahore-based singer for using the platform irresponsibly and for joking about something as serious as Islamic terror.
मेरे इतने गट्स हैं मोदी कि मैं तुम्हें, वैसे तो मैं, आप जानते हैं कि मैं कराटे ब्लैक बेल्ट हूँ, उसको मुझे मारना हो तो मैं शायद 2-3 मिनट के अंदर इसको मार दूँ।
जानवर थे जिनसे डरा रही थी मोदी।
मगरमच्छ जो था दैट वाज देयर। फिर पाइथन्स हैं, पाइथन्स जो हैं वो पूरा ही निगल लेते हैं और गर्दन वर्दन तोड़ते हैं। और थोड़े से पॉइजनस स्नेक्स थे जिनके मरने का दौरानिया जो है वो तकरीबन 60 सेकंड तक, 1 मिनट तक बंदा जो है वो मर जाता है।
क्या आपको किसने कहा इंडिया कि मुझे आपसे नफरत है? आज मुझे एक फ़ोन कॉल आया इंडिया से, मेरे मैनेजर को आया, बट आई टॉक टू दैट गाय और मैंने इसको बोला, मैंने कहा मैं तो हर अपनी वीडियो में ये कहती हूँ कि आई लव इंडियंस, मुझे उन्होंने बहुत प्यार दिया। आई हेट मोदी फॉर सम रीजन्स। मोदी को अगर हम ये कहेंगे कि वो ही इज़ अ हिटलर रीबॉर्न, तो मेरा ख्याल है कि वो ठीक होगा, बिकॉज हिटलर ने क्या किया था, उसने 6 मिलियन ज्यूज़ को, यहूदियों को मार दिया था कि हम आर्यंस की जो नस्ल है वो अच्छी है, बाकी इन सबको ख़त्म कर दो। तो आई थिंक कि जो मोदी साहब हैं ये भी यही कुछ कर रहे हैं।
Okay, Rabi Pirzada is a famous pop singer in Pakistan and she joins us live from Lahore on the phone line. Rabi Pirzada, thank you for being with us here in India today. Appreciate you joining us and taking some questions. My first question to you, Rabi, are you a suicide bomber?
Sorry, I can't hear you. The signals are breaking here, sorry. What did you ask?
I asked you, are you a suicide bomber? Are you a fidain? Are you a fidain terrorist?
The problem is I can't hear you properly. I'm sending you videos of your answers. Kindly play them and just send you in a minute. I can't hear you.
Okay, let me say this again, Rabi. Are you a terrorist of some kind? Because you're wearing a suicide vest in this picture that you've tweeted. Okay, so Rabi Pirzada doesn't want to take our questions. She's disconnected the phone. We'll try and connect her once again. Rabi Pirzada agreed to take our questions, but she's now disconnected the phone, appearing to suggest that she can't hear me, even though we spoke to her just before the show and she could hear us just fine. But I want you to look at both these images once again. Rabi Pirzada may be dismissed. You know, people may dismiss her as an attention grabber. You know, why are we paying her so much attention? Why are you adding to her virality by pointing the spotlight on her? The truth, viewer, is, and that's a good question that you're asking, but I want to clarify why it's important to highlight specimens like Rabi Pirzada. It is because, apart from the attention grabbing, not a single condemnation has come from Pakistan for Rabi Pirzada's decision to put on a suicide vest and tweet about the Indian Prime Minister in an attempt at humor. There is no humor in it. A suicide terrorist is not a joke. It's certainly not something to be toyed with. And she thinks that this is something that is a source of humor. I don't think she even meant humor, but Rabi Pirzada has basically crossed all lines. And maybe she herself has also realized that she has crossed a line because she has deleted the tweet like a coward. She has deleted it and offered some lame explanation about how she doesn't hate Indians. She only hates Modi. The problem is, most Indians will probably tell Rabi Pirzada that something like this is an insult to all Indians. and this is only a tribute to Pakistan-sponsored terror. While we wait for Rabi Pirzada, if she has the guts to pick up the phone and take our questions, and we're not going to be rude to her, we will be very polite to her, we will ask her some straight questions. She has a verified Twitter account, she has 80,000 followers, she's quite popular in Pakistan as a bit of a motor mouth, attention grabber, attention seeker, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. The fact is she's an artist, and if she has 80,000 followers on Twitter, obviously she has a constituency and an audience, and there may be young people in Pakistan who will be looking and feeling encouraged by watching people like Rabi Pirzada. She's obviously educated as well. Okay, Rabi Pirzada is back with us. Rabi, are you a suicide bomber? Are you a suicide terrorist?
That's such an insane question. I mean, do you really think it's the same question? Do I look like a suicide bomber? Do you really think that somebody would put a picture on internet, on his social media, showing everywhere that, come on guys, get me, I'm a suicide bomber? No, of course I'm not. I'm against killing of innocent people. Yes, I do have a Kashmiri blood. I do feel bad. I'm against killing. I mean, the blood doesn't say I'm Indian, I'm Pakistani, I'm Kashmiri. No, the blood is blood. And I hate to kill innocent people. I'm against it. And the picture you saw from there, मुझे बताएंगे जब आपका शहंशाह बनता है अमिताभ बच्चन, is he really a शहंशाह Don? जो है शाहरुख खान, is he a Don? I mean, you guys are from media. You better understand that.
Rabi, 1 second. You, first of all, you've deleted your tweet. I'm simply asking you, you've directed your tweet at the Indian Prime Minister. You're free to hate Prime Minister Modi. You are absolutely free to hate Prime Minister Modi. I am not even going to stop you from doing that. I am simply saying, do you think it's right? Do you think it's funny? Do you think it's funny to dress up as a suicide bomber and threaten the leader of another country? What does that say about you, and what does that say about your country?
Okay, that picture is from a video where I have condemned the...
No, forget that video. Nobody has seen that video. People can only see your tweet and this picture, Rabi. That's the point.
I don't know who I'm talking to, but to be honest, when I was supposed to talk to you, everybody in Pakistan saw me. They said that Indian media, they don't listen to you. They'll just stop, they'll just try to ignite you. So let's be friendly. Let's be very logical. I'm against this Indian and Pakistan people who are khilaf. Let's be very friendly. The point is, I told you that particular picture, first of all, I heard in my concert when the picture was being uploaded. I didn't want to say it. This part isn't in my videos and everything. That was posted by my admins. I removed it because you were taking it in a very wrong manner. The point is, you are ignoring my question. Can you visit Jammu Kashmir? Can you visit Srinagar? You won't answer me. No one can answer me because your journalists are not allowed to go there.
Journalists are allowed to go. Everybody is allowed to go. We have journalists here who've all been spending time there. So this propaganda about Kashmir is, first of all, I feel a little strange about taking advice about Kashmir from someone who's dressed up as a suicide bomber, Rabi. I'll be very frank with you. And who thinks that dressing up as a suicide bomber in any way is some kind of a message to the Indian Prime Minister or to the people of India. Let me tell you that, you say that you love Indians, but you hate the Indian Prime Minister. Let me tell you that no Indian is going to accept you if this is your message for the Indian Prime Minister and the Prime Minister of India. I'm not talking about Modi. What you have done is about an Indian, and no Indian is going to accept something like this.
I don't want...
Go ahead, Rabi, we can hear you. Okay, she's not responding. We'll try and go back to her in just a moment. Okay, Gaurav, I want to bring you in on this because, when we started promoting this show earlier today, there were people saying, why pay her attention? She's just a small-time pop star or a starlet or whatever it is. All kinds of things. Attention grabber, attention seeker. You are walking into her trap by giving her attention. But, isn't it important that we are doing this, Gaurav, simply because of everything else that's happening in Pakistan right now? People like Rabi Pirzada, who are obviously part of the propaganda system there, carrying forward the message of the system there, make it seem like terror is acceptable. Fidai terror, suicide bombers are a normal thing in Pakistan. So nobody finds fault with what she's done.
Shiv, this one picture on our television screen actually describes Pakistan of today. a country where terror has been mainstreamed, where a pop icon, where a pop star actually dresses up as a suicide bomber and it's accepted in their country, there is no condemnation. In fact, it's only after criticism in India that this image was deleted by this lady, and there is absolutely no remorse. And little wonder, Shiv, there are 130 UN designated global terrorists in Pakistan.
Yeah.
Hafiz Mohammed Saeed is a national hero in Pakistan. In fact, just today, Shiv, you'd be surprised to know that he's actually behaving like a judge in a jail, sorting out differences between the police and a murder victim's father. So that is how Hafiz Mohammed Saeed behaves in Pakistan. That country, terror, Shiv, now is in the DNA of Pakistan, and this picture just shows that.
This really just shows that. Kamar Chima, welcome to the show as well. This is not a frivolous issue, Kamar. I know we're talking about a Pakistani pop star, but the issue, you and I can both agree, is a much larger one. Why has nobody condemned this lady? I mean, it is the easiest thing, Kamar, to say, "Arey, attention grabber hai, she's nobody, she's a starlet, nobody should pay attention to this. There are people like this on both sides." Nobody in India would ever, post something like this. Why is it being seen as so normal in Pakistan?
Well, I think you're absolutely right. She's an attention grabber. She's a loose cannon. She has a problem. But I think at the same time, what I would like to say is that, these are behaviors in developing societies. For example, in India and Pakistan, both, we have seen their hawkish elements, hawkish behaviors. So this behavior of Rabi Pirzada is not justified. And in the same fashion, when Pakistani cricket team goes in India, they play match, and the RSS and the Shiv Sena, they threaten them and they just go and dig the pitch. So these are the behaviors we just portray. So be it Pakistan, be it India, we have seen such kind of behaviors which must not be acceptable. And nobody in Pakistan would like what Rabi Pirzada is doing. Similarly, nobody in India would like what RSS and Shiv Sena does.
But there's a bit of a difference. There's a bit of a false.
So I think these are behaviors.
I'll tell you why there's a
behaviors.
No, but Kamar, nice try, but that's not that. Even that's not a correct equivalence. The RSS and the Shiv Sena, I'm not defending them here, but I am saying that all opposition to Pakistan stems from Pakistan's sponsorship of terror. RSS and Shiv Sena, whatever they have done, they have not endangered the Pakistani teams. Here you've got a pop star in Pakistan, and she's a mainstream pop star. She's not just anybody. She has a verified Twitter account. She has nearly 100,000 followers. Obviously, she has some kind of audience in Pakistan, and she's wearing a suicide vest. She's wearing a suicide vest. Shouldn't Pakistanis be worried that this is bad for an already terrible image?
Well, frankly speaking, I have not heard or watched this video since long. I have just seen her on social media. But I remember when former Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Khurshid Qusuri went to India for the inauguration of the book, the ink was thrown at his ceremony. So I think these are the behaviors. What Rabi Pirzada is doing, this is not favor to Pakistan. This is not favor to the peace in South Asia. We must condemn her. This is not something appreciable. There are so many good ways to condemn. There are so many good ways to criticize the opponents. But I think this is something extreme. This must not happen.
No, many false equivalences. But at least you're saying this is something that should not happen. Gaurav, go ahead. Yeah.
No, in case good friend Kamar Chima can explain why are there 130 UN designated global terrorists in Pakistan. Is it because terror now is in Pakistan's DNA and Pakistan refuses to take action, and that is why if a pop star wears a suicide vest, there is no criticism in Pakistan, there is no condemnation in Pakistan, because terror now is in Pakistan's DNA, Kamar Chima?
Well, Gaurav, I think you are right. These hawkish elements are there. These extreme things are there. I think this is everywhere in every society. So the person
No, it's not in every society.
And there's no other kind of element in Pakistan, Kamar. There's no other kind of element in Pakistan.
Was that a normal behavior? I think these elements that do not depict a society, they do not represent state. In New Zealand, Muslims were killed in mosques. In America, in England,
that country rose against it. Nobody in Pakistan rises against Hafiz Saeed. Nobody in Pakistan rises against Hafiz Saeed. Nobody in Pakistan rises against Maulana Masood Azhar, who tried to assassinate your own president, Pervez Musharraf.
Nobody is above law, be it Hafiz Saeed, be it you or me. I think these
don't you dare compare Hafiz Saeed to anyone here.
Not be appreciated. These extreme attitudes must not be appreciated. When Muslims killed in New
You're
Zealand,
being very soft, Kamar.
Kamar, Rabi is not doing something good.
Kamar, you know, we're talking about Rabi Pirzada right now, and it's easy to dismiss her. Even you called her an attention grabber, and this is with no disrespect to artists of any kind. My question to you is, you have people like Sheikh Rashid, that other joker in the cabinet. You're saying there are hawkish elements. My question to you is, you know, this is everywhere. Where are the moderate elements in Pakistan? Everyone is either asking for nuclear war or another Pulwama or aiding infiltrators or saying that we will go to full war like Sheikh Rashid said yesterday. And therefore the culture has trickled down to the entire ecosystem. Therefore your artists are also doing it, saying that these are the directives from above. There is no other narrative in Pakistan.
Well, Shiv, I myself have heard from the defense minister, Mr. Rajnath Singh, that we will cut Pakistan into pieces and we are going to change the nuclear doctrine from no first use to first use. You know, these are the, you know, people have been talking on both sides. This is not a solution. The solution is to find a middle ground and to reject all those elements which spread hatred. This is what I can tell. This is what I can say. Can you reject what Mr. Rajnath Singh said, that we will cut Pakistan into pieces? He's a sitting defense minister in India.
Yeah, but the point is, Rajnath Singh said that in response to a series of comments and a series of actions from Pakistan. Ultimately, it's about that.
Not an excuse.
I have Rabi Pirzada with me. Okay, Rabi Pirzada is with me from Lahore in Pakistan. I think we have a line straight with her. Rabi, I'm gonna reboot this. I'm gonna ask you the straight questions again because you said you couldn't hear me before. Rabi, are you a suicide bomber? You're wearing a suicide vest in this, so for the benefit of all of our viewers, please clarify, Rabi, are you a suicide bomber?
Assalamu alaikum, namaste, India today and India over there. Sorry, मुझे इसलिए मैं आपके सामने आना पड़ा because I had concert last night in Islamabad and I'm traveling to Lahore. But very sweet lady, she called me, she sent me some questions, जो कि मैं one by one आपको answer करूँगी. Your first question, is that a same question? Do I look like a suicide bomber? Of course I'm not. अच्छा मुझे बताएं कि आपके जब आर्टिस्ट जब वो एक्ट करते हैं जब शहंशाह बनते हैं या डॉन बनते हैं या धूम के अंदर वो चोर बनते हैं, do you arrest them? So I don't think so कि आपको you should even bother about that.
They don't point it at Imran Khan, madam.
Part of my video, उसकी तस्वीर थी, and in that video I showed.
No, so this shows you don't even have convictions for your hate of Modi.
So I mean your first question wasn't very sane to be honest, but again I have to answer.
I'm the insane one here.
And I condemn any such acts. Pakistan actually, we are the victims of terrorism. We lost more than 70,000 people, and we condemn it at every platform. About that picture, I'm saying again that you are from the media. You should realize that having those plastic thing doesn't mean that I'm kind of a bomber, and a bomber wouldn't post her picture.
No, but you're endorsing it
on the social media. I hate terrorism.
No, but the thing is, the thing, Rabi, is that you've deleted the tweet and now you're saying all kinds of things to cover it up, which shows that you don't even believe in that tweet. And it's only because of the outrage, including my own tweet to you, as a result of which you've suddenly panicked and decided, oh, this is a bad idea. I think I've mainstreamed a very bad thing, which is jihadi terror, and therefore I should delete the tweet. That's why you've deleted it.
The next question about my social media, I mean, that's my domain, man. I can upload, I can take out any picture, any video that I want.
Of course, that's why I'm asking you.
I think it's my domain. You shouldn't be objecting anything about it. But anyway, since you have asked it, if I was mainstreaming, if I was supporting terrorism, then I would be supporting Modi, I suppose. I wouldn't be like voicing against him because everybody knows that terrorist kaun hai. Let me tell you, I am against terrorism. I am against killing of anybody.
No.
If you have, पता नहीं आप लोग ऐसी बातें क्यों ignore कर देते हैं?
What is your view of groups like Lashkar-e-Taiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed then?
किसी भी इंसान की, चाहे वो आर्मी वाला हो, चाहे वो कोई आम इंसान हो, चाहे वो आम आवाम हो, जब भी मरने की खबर आती है, then I am the person who condemn that act because Islam ने हमें ये सिखाया है
You're wearing a suicide vest.
इंसान की जान ली, इसने गोया सारी इंसानियत की जान ले ली। उसने ये नहीं बोला उसके अंदर कि वो हिंदू हो, वो मुसलमान हो, वो क्रिश्चियन हो, मेरे लिए सब इंसानों का ब्लड एक कलर।
I want all of our viewers to look at that picture while she's talking.
होता है कि काश आपके लिए, आपको, मैं इंडिया को मैं बुरा नहीं कहती, मैं मोदी को बुरा कहती हूँ कि आप लोग, मुझे पता आप इसको एडिट कर देंगे, बड़े बहादुर
You've threatened murder. You've threatened a jihadi assassination. This is not hatred. You're free to hate whoever you want.
फ्रीडम ऑफ स्पीच तो सबको हक है, और अगर आप
No, but what is your, Rabi, if you can still hear me, what is your view? Please tell us what is your view of groups like the Lashkar-e-Taiba and the Jaish-e-Mohammed, if you can hear me. Have you ever said anything about those groups?
Not at all. I do not support killing of innocent. I do not support terrorism. I do not support any group, any state having this barbaric act, even any organized state like India and Kashmir. I do not support it, and I suppose no one should support this because humanity comes.
So what do you say about the Lashkar-e-Taiba and the Jaish-e-Mohammed?
Before every country. And I really feel sorry for you guys that taking that thing in that manner seriously. You shouldn't be, because
so what do you feel about the Lashkar and the Jaish?
I always believe that I do not hate India. I love.
No, but Indians will reject you for the things that you're saying and the pictures that you're putting up.
And my father
no Indian is going to accept you.
He served in Pakistan army. But he never taught me to
even Modi's worst critics in India, people who hate Modi who are here in India, will reject you and will reject your picture. Nobody will be on your side.
To do that. Whatever is happening in Kashmir, आप कबूतर की तरह आप आंखें ना बंद कर लीजिए.
Hey, madam, why are you trying to divert after you've worn a suicide vest?
I have family in Srinagar, for God's sake.
No, but you've worn a suicide vest.
I know what's happening over there. I know. I mean, आपने कभी 30 days.
Have you ever said anything about Imran Khan, who has gone all around the world trying to internationalize Kashmir and failed miserably?
I'm going to answer you that. But again, for this, I am against killing of innocent
people. What do you mean by killing of innocents? Name the Lashkar and the Jaish-e-Mohammed.
I am against killing of any innocent animal as well. I'm against killing of. I'm against any barbaric act.
What is I have just a couple more questions, Rabi. Is it the fear of the Pakistan army? I mean, this is a bit of a rhetorical question, I admit. But is it your fear of the Pakistan army that you're feeling compelled to put out stuff like this? Because we know in the post-Balakot, post-Pulwama era, all sorts of outrageous, shocking things are coming out in the realm of propaganda, obviously all run by Asif Ghafoor and his team in the ISPR. Are you also part of that? Are you scared of the Pakistan army? Is that why you're doing outrageous things like this?
Seriously, this is something Indian media should come off it, man. Come on. I mean, just stop asking questions like that, which already, I mean, I think that you know the answer. I love Pakistan army. I'm so proud of my army.
You should be. You're a Pakistani, you can be proud of your army.
And all my life I studied in army schools. We live in a democratic country. Yes, I have Kashmiri blood. I have a humanitarian voice inside me, जिसकी वजह से मैं हमेशा बात करती हूँ. But
so you have Indian blood. That's nice to hear.
If you see my poems, my songs, they are always about peace. And as far as I know, army shouldn't support peace. Armies are about wars, you see. So I love my army, and no one can force me anything. Trust me. I mean,
you say you don't support any army, but you love the army, but you're not about war. Okay, you're confused.
But, no. I mean, army क्यों मुझे करेगी, force करेगी, और मैं तो बड़ी peace loving हूँ और हमारी army है.
Okay, the peace loving pop star in a suicide vest.
सोचना चाहिए कि क्या जो कुछ कश्मीर में हो रहा है, जो कुछ श्रीनगर में हो रहा है, देखिए निकल आए इससे, निकल आई इस पाकिस्तान इंडिया की दुश्मनी से. मैं तो कब की निकल आई. मुझे किसी इंडियन से नफरत नहीं है. मुझे इंडिया से बहुत प्यार है. मैं इंडिया के गाने भी सुनती हूँ. मैं इंडिया आई भी हुई हूँ. I had a beautiful, trust me, beautiful.
But these are all very nice things to hear. This should be your message. Why isn't this your message? No, this is Rabi Pirzada. I mean, I don't know what the problem. The point is, after putting up something like this, maybe you've had second thoughts. We're all human. That's fine. I'm not going to condescend or sit here and lecture anybody. I am saying this is something for a person of influence and a certain degree of power in Pakistan to put out is highly irresponsible. I am not going to sit here and say I'm a better human being or a worse human being. I am simply saying it is irresponsible in the context of India-Pakistan relations. Gaurav, am I right or wrong? There are people who will look at these images and they will be influenced. There will be youngsters, impressionable people who will look at these things and think, this is funny, this is normal, there is nothing extreme or weird about this.
Well, that is the way they are being brought up in Pakistan, and that is why you have teenage terrorists in Pakistan. People like Rabi Pirzada, I'm sure, influence them. People like Asif Ghafoor influence them more. People like Hafiz Saeed influence them the most, and that is the sad reality of Pakistan. And you know, Kamar Chima will perhaps tell us better that why is it that when a governor like Salman Taseer is assassinated, his killer is feted with rose petals outside court in Pakistan, and that too by lawyers. So Pakistan is a gone case. Pakistan is a basket case of terror. The sooner Pakistanis realize it and rise against it, the better it is for them.
Kamar, a final comment from you. You know, and this is not a loaded statement. This is actually true. If you look at it from Salman Taseer onwards, and even before that, what has really changed? Nothing has really actually changed in Pakistan, Kamar. And even though the Rabi Pirzada story may be a small, a small little element in a larger story, this is just representative of how little things have actually changed. Kamar.
Well, Gaurav and Shiv, I think we cannot generalize things. If individual behaviors are there, we just cannot, declare the whole society is like that. Even if there are, 2018 State Department report says about the Bajrang Dal, a hawkish extremist organization.
Well,
so that does not
represent comparison.
India is extremist. India is not extremist. There are elements there. Similarly, Pakistan is not extremist. There are people here. And, definitely the state does not subscribe to those, as I mentioned earlier. So we must not go into generalizing
Rabi Pirzada,
we should take those issues and
just
people in a personal capacity.
Just as a closing comment, I wanted to say that she climbed down, she watered down her comments, she deleted her tweet, and by the end of it, she was just praising India and saying, I love India and all sorts of things. And she refused to criticize the Lashkar-e-Taiba and the Jaish-e-Mohammed. She said she hates terrorists. She hates terrorists of all kinds. She hates people who kill people. And I just said, condemn the Lashkar-e-Taiba and the Jaish-e-Mohammed. You are guys who say Lashkar and Jaish have nothing to do with our government. Condemn them then. She refused to do even that. And that, I think, is really part of the overall culture. Whether it's culture of fear, culture of jihad, culture of terror, whatever it is, we chose to highlight this story because it tells a bigger story of how little things have actually changed. Kamar, Gaurav, thank you very much for joining me on this discussion. Well, just a couple of days after Pakistan violated the ceasefire at the international border in Hiranagar sector of Kathua district in Jammu and Kashmir, now terrorists have started targeting schools in the Kashmir Valley. That's right. Here's proof that terrorists don't just attack the security forces, they attack fellow Kashmiris. They burnt down a school in the Kulgam district. This comes just days ahead of the Jammu and Kashmir local body elections, the first after the Narendra Modi government scrapped the state's special status and decided to divide it into two union territories, J&K and Ladakh. Remember, Pakistan on Friday not only violated the ceasefire, but also resorted to unprovoked firing and shelling along the border areas. They targeted civilian areas in Kathua. India Today's Sunil G. Bhatt gets us this ground report.
Right now I am standing near the international border in Hiranagar sector of Kathua district, and Pakistan has been repeatedly violating ceasefire here as well. For last 10 to 15 days there has been heavy shelling from the Pakistani side, and behind me you can see this house which has been totally damaged in Pakistani shelling. I will just go inside the house and show you the pictures. This house has been totally reduced to ashes, and Pakistan has been repeatedly violating ceasefire here and resorting to heavy shelling. You can see the extent of damage that has taken place. You can see the belongings have damaged here. Day before yesterday, Pakistan resorted to heavy shelling in this area, and this house came under Pakistani shelling. After that, a heavy fire broke out, and which resulted in damage to this house. You can see this is a kacha house, and it had a thatched roof. It got totally damaged in Pakistani firing and shelling, and my camera person is showing you the picture pictures. These are the pictures which expose Pakistan's brutal face. On one hand, Pakistan claims to be a great champion of the rights of the people of Jammu and Kashmir, but in actually see the Pakistan's actual face, Pakistan is targeting the innocent people living at the international border as well as at the line of control. I have with me the owner of this house. I will just talk to him and find out what exactly happened. जी आपका नाम?
सर मेरा नाम मक्खन अली है।
ये मकान किनका है?
सर ये मेरे अंकल जी हैं, मेरे चाचा जी हैं जिनका ये मकान है, हमारे साथ में है।
तो ये फायरिंग कब हुई, कैसे हुई और ये आग कैसे लगी?
सर ये फायरिंग जो है ये तकरीबन 1 महीने से जहाँ चल रही है, जब से ये काम लगा हुआ है उस दिन से ही फायरिंग शुरू है। तो परसों रात ये को तकरीबन 11 बजे की बात है सर। हम तो 7 बजे के बाद अपने छोटे छोटे बच्चों को लेकर इन बैंकरों में छुपे हुए होते हैं। तो रात के 11 बजे जब फायरिंग हो रही थी तो अचानक एक गोली यहाँ पड़ी आकर, तो दाहिने बाहिने में जो मोटार गोले थे उनके बहुत बड़ी आवाज़ें आ रही थी और गिर रहे थे, तो इसलिए हम बाहर भी आकर नहीं देख सके। तो देखा हमने जब आग की चिंगारियाँ निकल रही थी, तो ये मकान इसका सामान जो था ये पूरा अंदर में था, क्योंकि अपने घर इस कच्चे घर
सारा सामान जल गया।
सारा सामान जल गया।
आप लोगों ने अपनी जान कैसे बचाई?
सर बैंकरों में छप कर जान बचाई। 7 बजे तो हम बैंकरों में छप जाते हैं बच्चों को लेकर। तो इतनी परेशानी और इतनी मुसीबत में आप लोग कि यहाँ तो हमारा जीना जो है बहुत दुश्वार है। हमारी बच्चों की पढ़ाइयाँ जो है ख़त्म हो चुकी हैं, फसलें बर्बाद पड़ रही हैं।
तो अभी आप क्या चाहते हैं कि सरकार को, पाकिस्तान को कैसा जवाब देना चाहिए?
सर हम तो ये चाहते हैं कि पाकिस्तान को ऐसा जवाब देना चाहिए जैसा कि वहाँ बालाकोट में जैसे बड़ी तोपों के साथ जवाब दिया गया है। ऐसा जवाब अगर एक बार जहाँ पाकिस्तान को मिल जाए तो शायद मेरे ख्याल से एक दिन के जवाब की वजह से पाकिस्तान जो है ये 10 साल तक हमारी तरफ आंख उठाकर नहीं देख सकता।
You can see the extent of damage that has taken place. This clearly exposes Pakistan, which on one hand claims that it's a great champion of the rights of the people of Jammu and Kashmir, that it's a great well-wisher of the people of Jammu and Kashmir, but actually see what Pakistan is doing to the residents of Jammu and Kashmir. It's targeting the innocent people, it's targeting their livelihood, it's targeting their houses. So clearly Pakistan on one hand had at the international forum tried to play a victim card, tried to play as a somebody who was sympathetic towards the people of Kashmir, but see what Pakistan is doing to the people of Jammu and Kashmir.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.